Admiral Michael Mullen can count on the U.S. Senate to confirm his bid for a second term as the nation's top military officer. What's not assured, their continued support for a protracted and sizable U.S. presence in Afghanistan if there's no obvious payoff for American security interests. Mullen said during his confirmation hearing on Tuesday that defeating the Taliban and al-Qaeda is why the U.S. will be in Afghanistan for some time to come.
You have to be there, where the people are, when they need you there, and until they can provide for their own security.
Republicans, such as former presidential candidate John McCain, said President Obama was right to send more troops into Afghanistan in recent months.
To the terrorists who oppose us, his message was, quote, "We will defeat you," unquote. The president's approval of increases in troop strength was needed then, and I believe even more necessary now.
But others, worried about the public's growing disgust with the war and the lack of clear goals from the White House, asked Mullen to consider limiting the scope of the U.S. mission.
Providing the resources needed for the Afghan Army and Afghan police to become self-sufficient would demonstrate our commitment to the success of a mission that is in our national security interest, while avoiding the risks associated with a larger U.S. footprint.
And even amongst some supporters of the Obama strategy, there was skepticism.
How long would it take to train enough Afghan troops to change the momentum?
I think it'll take 2 to 3 years.
What will happen in that 2 or 3 year period, do you think, in terms of the security environment while we're training?
I think the security environment will continue to deteriorate.
About 55% of the American people in a poll said that they did not support us staying in Afghanistan. What would you tell them?
If we allow the Taliban to take control and run Afghanistan again, I think the likelihood that they would return to that safe haven would be high.
While all the senators agreed they'd vote to extend Mullen's tenure, they disagreed on his vision for fighting the Afghan war, launched to topple the Taliban, but which in its 8th year is no closer to conclusion, and with the Taliban only growing stronger. Rosiland, Al Jazeera, Washington.